999, which service do you require?
There's been a really bad crash and there's lots of people hurt.
Okay, transferring to the ambulance service.
Okay, operator. Caller, what's the address of the emergency, please?
It's by the junction of Park Road and Harrington Way.
Okay, thank you. Okay, tell me exactly what's happened.
A bus has hit some cars and it's tipped over.
In any incident, the process of information gathering is vital, so that responders can be provided with the most relevant and accurate detail available.
Well, I'm organising help for you now. If you just stay on the line, I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Yes, okay.
Charlie, Mike 12 for 606.
Alpha 606, Charlie, mate, that's all. Over.
We've had a 999 call receiving a report of a road traffic collision.
Okay, and whereabouts is the road traffic collision?
It's on the junction.
The initial information from the 999 call is shared in a consistent, coordinated manner with other responder agencies, who can then mobilise the appropriate resources.
Can I ask you to start making an emergency response? Harrington Way, junction of Park Road.
Is it grade 1?
Yes.
Mike 19 Papa 1, RTC.
First instruct, Park Road, Harrington Way.
This accurate recording and transmission of the information will begin to provide first responders with situational awareness and assist them in making informed decisions as they arrive on scene.
Are you injured?
No.
Who is it you're on the phone to?
Your partner.
Okay, if you could just come off the phone, I'll need your help.
As the first responders arrive at the incident, they begin to assess the situation using what they can see to create a methane message, using plain English with no acronyms or service-specific jargon. A JESIP aid memoir and mobile app are available to support personnel when required.
Tango X-ray 2-1. Yeah, if you just keep the channel clear, I am declaring this a major incident. The exact location is the junction of Park Road and Harrington Way. The type of incident, it's a road traffic collision involving a bus, a van and 2 vehicles. The hazards are there is smoke coming from the vehicles. There is fluid in the road. The road is congested, it is blocked.
Please help over here.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, it's him. He's hurt his
If you
chest.
just wait with him, someone will be here to help you in a second.
Oh,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, access is going to be via Nelson Way. The number of casualties, approximately 5 or 6 walking wounded, numerous trapped in vehicles, and approximately 10 trapped on the overturned bus. I can't make out their injuries. Could I request the fire service, the ambulance service, and further police patrols to assist with the scene? Are you okay?
Using methane provides a quick and efficient way of reporting, ensuring all the available and relevant information can be forwarded to other emergency service control rooms in a clear and consistent way.
From a controls perspective, JESIP's important because it does give a structured approach to the way that they work on the incident ground, and also through the methane messaging procedure, it gives us a full understanding of what's actually happening out there.
Hello ambulance, police can confirm that a major incident has been declared.
Police control now contact the other emergency services, updating them using the methane report to provide a fast and accurate picture of the incident.
Mike 19 Pat 1, further information from police.
One bus, 2 cars and a van involved.
Got 10 to 15 casualties currently. Limited access to the scene.
Ensuring that the information being shared is consistent provides a more accurate and detailed picture across all responding agencies, helping to build shared situational awareness and ensuring an appropriate response.
Yes, message received, control, proceed to incident.
Because of the wide variety of incidents that we all respond to, ourselves, fire and rescue, and ambulance, you've got to have a process that helps us all work together.
JESIP training gives all the responders the same information. So at the start of an incident, everybody is already versed in the same information.
Bravo X-ray 1969, receiving over.
Charlie Mike to Operational Commander, you're mobilising to reports of a road traffic.
As the first responders are on their way, operational commanders will be notified of the incident and will mobilise to the scene.
RTC. Cheers, thank you, bye.
More emergency responders arrive to what has now been declared a major incident.
Guys, what we've got is a 6-vehicle road traffic collision. There's a bus turned over onto its
From the first responders on scene, someone will take initial command, assess the situation with other agency personnel, and together make immediate tactical decisions accordingly.
Can I confirm we have a sterile access and egress route for our vehicles?
I've got 2 officers on Nelson Way. They've got a blockage in there for you, so you have got that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. We just need to agree who's going to take the lead for the coordination of this incident.
I think it should be the fire service.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, I agree with it as well. We'll use this here as our forward command post. Be back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
The commanders have now agreed which service will lead the coordination. They have identified their priorities and set further meetings. Personnel from each service are working together to achieve the same operational goals. And commanders continue to liaise with each other in this dynamic and changing environment.
The JESIP principles mean that we talk the same language, behave the same ways, and that just really helps us make an effective contribution to incidents.
As a Category 2 responder at Manchester Airport, working alongside our Category 1 responders, it's vitally important that we understand how they work and how they operate.
It's critical that we all work together so that we're all working along the same principles and all understand the risk.
We are able to go to strategic and tactical coordinating groups and understand far better now exactly how heads of those fora approach disruptive challenges, and we can make a more effective input as a result.
Arriving on scene, operational commanders will seek out their respective initial commanders.
And the traffic management.
Okay, I'll take over at this point, Dan. If you can go as sector commander for me and manage the execution of the incident, please.
Will do.
As further operational commanders arrive, they will co-locate with each other at an agreed forward command post. They will be identifiable by the wearing of specific tabards. Having confirmed with each other that this has been declared a major incident, commanders will utilise the Joint Decision Model, or JDM, a 5-stage process which continues throughout the duration of the incident. Using the JDM helps bring together all the available information, reconcile any potential differing in priorities, and enable effective decisions to be made.
You've given us an update on the information and intelligence that we currently have.
In gathering information and intelligence from all relevant and available sources, commanders and other personnel should use plain English with no acronyms or jargon.
From our perspective, really, we've got paramedics working on the scene in the cars at the moment, but obviously...
They will use this information to coordinate by agreeing the lead agency, identify priorities, resources, capabilities and limitations in planning an effective response.
Clearly, it's a fire scene currently. I think right now we probably would look at a police lead on this to ensure overall coordination. That gives you the space now to get on with the actual rescue. Would you be in agreement with that, Steve?
Yes, I would. Yeah, we'll deploy.
Commanders will then assess risks and develop a working strategy. This gives them a common understanding of the threats and hazards ahead, allowing informed decisions on deployment and risk control measures to be made.
Looking at our overall risks and threats in this, from your perspective, what have you got?
The risk at the moment is the stability of the coach, but we have got seriously injured people in there, so we need the stability of the coach really. Yeah.
Our crews are working on the stability now. We're just putting a stab fast in place.
Sorry, you just have to explain that for me. Use plain English on that one.
Okay, it's a method of stabilising the vehicle that we use.
The command team will also need to ascertain what legal powers and relevant policies and procedures are applicable to this particular situation.
Clearly, from my perspective, that is the #1 priority, Article 2, save life. But yeah, it is a crime scene, and where possible, people need to be forensically aware around this. Is you be in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Having assessed the risks and established the appropriate procedures, they will develop a range of options and contingencies to resolve the incident. In jointly agreeing on what the most appropriate option is, the commanders take a collective action, utilising their relevant resources. The primary aim of all decision-making must be to save lives and reduce harm. As the incident continues, commanders' shared situational awareness will be constantly updated via methane.
Steve, when I first got my briefing, it was 10 to 15 casualties. Have you got a further update on that?
Yeah, we've done a further triage. We've got 3 trapped patients in various vehicles, 10 on the bus.
New information or changes will be updated through a revised methane report and shared via control centres to ensure a current and relevant level of shared situational awareness amongst responder agencies.
The principles help. It gives us a formalised structure to work together. So we all know to co-locate, to coordinate, to communicate. We've all got a joint understanding of risk. And then because we've got all that and we're all together, we've got that shared situational awareness.
The application of the principles for joint working will often, but not always, be followed in the order in which they are presented. In the initial phases of an incident, the joint decision model may be used to structure a briefing. However, as incidents develop and become protracted, a handover between commanders and responders may be required. In such instances, a more detailed briefing tool should be used. The II March model has the flexibility to be utilised in multi- or single-agency briefings, depending on the situation.
Going with this multi-vehicle RTC, in terms of the information, we've got 3 patients that are trapped currently in various vehicles, 10 patients on.
Our intention here is to minimise the risk to the casualties and to maximise the safety of
the method, obviously, we've got a safe working environment and we're prioritising the extrication of casualties and the stabilisation of the vehicles.
In terms of administration, make sure you complete your patient report forms, okay? And make sure you keep the triage.
Risk assessments, obviously, we've got glass to manage and we've got the stability of the vehicle as a priority. We've also got bodily
We've got our communication set up now on our talk group, which you will already be on, and I've heard you talk test call on that.
And in terms of humanitarian issues, I think really it's just dignity of patients when we're getting them off the bus. Again, the walking wounded, if we can just, if they've got any issues, they may well have afterwards.
Taking gas!
Hello mate, hello, my name's Paul, I'm from the Heart team. Okay, we're going to look after you.
Each agency integrates the agreed working strategy into their ongoing activities. Based on a full understanding of the situation and the risks involved, they are able to work towards resolving the incident safely and successfully. By applying JESIP principles, emergency services work together more effectively, helping to save lives and reduce harm.
Alright guys, you okay? I can confirm now we've removed the last patient from scene to hospital, so I'm going to stand down some resources. It's probably worthwhile, I think, if we have a hot debrief in about 5 minutes with the relevant staff and commanders. Yeah. So at the back of the ambulance over there in 5 minutes, is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, okay, thanks.
So we continually learn by working together, exercising, training, and then debriefing. So hot debriefs, structured debriefs with multi-agency partners.
It's not about who's right and who's wrong, it's about what we can learn from where we've been, and that's really, really important.
First of all, is everybody safe and well, all our staff? Yes. No near misses, nothing to report? From a
hot debrief provides an opportunity to discuss any immediate lessons that have arisen from how all responder agencies jointly dealt with the incident.
This is pretty clear. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you very much for attending this multi-agency debrief today. And this is on the back of a major incident that was declared for a road traffic collision last week on the junction of Park Road and Harrington Way.
Post-incident, a formal debrief will occur. This will involve the attending commanders, other relevant personnel and agency staff. This is an opportunity to look at how JESIP principles were applied, what worked well and what could be improved upon in the future.
The first in attendance that I'm aware of was the Fire and Rescue Service as an operational commander. So Fire and Rescue Service, have you any areas of notable practice or lessons to discuss during the debrief around how we co-located at scene?
It worked well because the initial incident commander and myself had the tabards on, so it was easily identifiable. And then we had the blue light.
This collaborative, multi-agency discussion helps ensure that the lessons identified are noted and shared in a consistent way, so that we have the opportunity to learn from them and continually improve our response to incidents.
I'd just like to emphasise the importance of capturing lessons and notable practice from this incident, and we'll take them away to our multi-agency forum and we'll discuss what areas we've identified today and what notable practice we've identified today, and we'll make sure they go onto the national database, which is of course JOL Online.
We can continually learn by fully debriefing any incidents or exercises that have taken place, and any learning outcomes can then be put into JOL Online for other emergency services around the country to learn from.
It's intended for us to put information on and share it with our partner agencies. You know, get in there with what we're doing and doing it better and doing it differently if need be. And it's really important for agencies, I think, to get involved in that and to look at the information there.
The Joint Organisational Learning System is available to all responder agencies and hosted on a government platform, Resilience Direct, which is a secure system. Local arrangements should be in place to ensure interoperability lessons are recorded, reviewed and shared in a multi-agency environment. Only by working together and learning together can we ensure that in any future incident we can all help to save lives and reduce harm.
Can I confirm we have a...
JESIP's extremely important to work with multi-agency partners to ensure we're providing the best service to the public.
JESIP allows us to deliver effect very quickly, ultimately in order to save lives and alleviate the situation.
Going forward, it's vital that the services continue to embrace JESIP, embed it into business as usual practice and share lessons nationally so that everyone can improve their response.
We've all got a duty of care, and when we use JESIP, we've got a common goal, a shared situational awareness and a common understanding.